Hey everyone, today we're going to cover the basics of the ZR1 Drum Sampler. You're going to learn everything from making a beat from scratch to creating your own kit. Let's get to it. When you launch ZR1, we're going to show you the on-screen drum pads as well as the step sequencer if you have enough screen real estate, like I do on this iPad. Let's take a quick look at the pad. Beyond just playing, you've got some other cool things you can do at the top bar, such as resizing, changing the height, choosing to show or hide empty drum pads. You can add new drum pads, and even enter an edit mode where you can jump right to the wave editor, you can delete sounds, load more, you name it. Now with this video, we're going to be focusing on making a beat in the step sequence. I'm going to go ahead and close out of the on-screen pads for now by tapping here. This is the step sequencer view. You've got two main elements here for making your beat. The first one is your drum sounds over here, which are clearly named and labeled, and you can easily audition them by tapping on the play button, like so. Now here's a quick tip. As you're auditioning, if you hear a sound that's maybe too quiet or, too loud, you can tap this knob and drag up or down to adjust the volume, just like that. Now the second element to the step sequencer are the steps to the right. This is what tells the drum sound what to play, when to play it. Let's add some hits. We're going to make a simple beat. I'm going to start by pressing the play button. That's going to trigger the loop. It's going to loop over and over. And now you can add hits directly to the step sequencer by tapping on empty cells like so. Got a nice kick pattern there. Now it's super easy to turn notes on or off just with a tap. Now another tip, you can also drag up and down on existing notes to adjust the velocity or volume of them. Let's drop in some snare hits on the second and fourth beat. Cool. Drop in a roll. All right, sounding good. Now, another way you can input notes really fast is using our Autofill feature. Our Autofill feature lets you add notes in a musical order just by dragging from left to right. Let's add some hi-hats just with a swipe. I'm going to start with the closed hi-hat. I'm going to touch where I want the notes to begin and start sliding to the right. You'll notice as I slide to the right, I create a half note pattern, a quarter note pattern, eighth note pattern. You can go all the way up. Let's go ahead and just do a 16th note pattern. And I'm going to drag my fingers up or down to adjust the velocity on all of them, just where I want it. Now, I like this beat, but I want to give it a little bit more bounce. That is where the accent lane comes into play. You can place steps on each accent row. All the hits below them will get louder and more dynamic. Let's drop one on each beat. Now, if the effect is too much, you can, of course, touch on each hit and turn them up or down, or adjust the accent globally by grabbing the knob over here. Awesome. Okay, we've got a good pattern going. Let's look at some other things we can do to customize it. If you click the pattern icon up here, you can make global adjustments to your pattern, such as changing the pattern size, time signature. You can also do things like export it as a MIDI pattern. You could clear everything or just clear a selected row, just like that. All right, let's hit that undo button and bring that beat back. There we go. Next, let's talk about sampling. Now, while we have thousands of samples to choose from, Zenbeats also makes it easy to sample directly into the pads in ZR1. Let's pull up the pads and check it out. To sample, simply select an empty pad like so. You're going to see a record button with the waveform streaming on it. I'm going to sample a bass tone off the 404. Just simply tap the record button, play the sound, and stop it, just like this. Now, once you've sampled it, you can tap the edit button here, then tap the wave icon to open up the sample in the wave editor. The wave editor is available in any unlock or membership, and it's going to allow you to set the crop points and change things like the attack and overall release of the sample. Once you got your sample edited, let's go ahead and add it to the step sequencer. I want to tap this arrow here to hide the wave editor, and let's record some notes in. Okay, we've got a good idea started, but before I go any further, I want to save this as a custom kit. To do that, just tap the drum icon here next to your kit presets and hit Save Drum Kit As. And tap OK, and now it's saved directly to your library, where you can recall it in any session. And those are the basics of ZR1. Check out our ZR1 Advanced video to learn even more tips and tricks that'll help you take your beats to the next level. Thanks for watching.